Hello, scholars! I'm going to be helping you with your first grade skills lesson. My name is Miss James, and let's get started with lesson 11. For lesson 11, our objectives are to blend and segment single-syllable words, identify letter-sound correspondences, decode and spell CVC words, differentiate between v, z, and read a couple new tricky words. Get your fingers ready for some blending and segmenting. Wiggle them out. Remember, when we blend, we're tapping to our thumb, and when we segment, we're wiggling fingers. Let's get started. Follow along with me. Say the sounds just like I am. Ooh, E, flea. 3 fingers for flea. Ooh, E. O, P, soap. 3 fingers for soap. O, P, U, rail. 3 fingers for rail. U, rail. Nap, nap. 3 fingers for nap. Nap. We're halfway through. Ask, task. 4 fingers for task. Ask, ag, brag. 4 fingers for brag. Ag. 2 more. Climb. 4 fingers for climb. Last word. Tone. 4 fingers for stone. Great job. Give yourselves a little pat on the back. We've got some new consonant sounds to look at in our consonant code flipbook today. Today we're going to talk about double letter spellings. Sometimes 2 of the same letter make one sound together. We learned a little bit about this in kindergarten. Here we have the sound. We know that one F, as in fit, says, but 2 F's together, as in stuff, can also say. We have to keep that in the back of our mind, so if we are writing the sound, we remember there is another way to spell it. The power bar for this one is much smaller, but we can still see it. That means it's not very common, but we will come across it. Here's another sound that has a double letter spelling. The sound can be spelled with one S as in sun, but it can also be spelled with two S's as in dress. The power bar is shorter, just like the double letter F, but we still will see it sometimes, and we want to keep it in the back of our mind that sometimes the can be two S's, not just one. The third double letter spelling we're going to look at today is Z. We know that a single Z, as in zip, can say Z, and a single S, as in dogs, can also say Z. But two Z's together, as in buzz, can say Z too. The power bar is pretty small. What do you think that means? It's not very common. We won't see it in a lot of words, but sometimes the sound Z will be two Z's. We've already practiced writing all of these letters, but I'm going to let you do it on your own, since you should know how to do them by now. And I'm going to look at the second page with you. This page gives us 6 words and 6 pictures. We have to read the word and match it to the picture, then write it on the line below. I'll do a couple with you. Let's see what the first word we have here is. Say the sounds. Fan. Fan. Do you see a picture of a fan? Oh, right there, a picture of a fan. Once you find the picture that goes with the word, you can write the word on the line right below. When you're finished with the word, cross it off so you know that you already did that one. Let's do one more. It. Sit. Do you see a picture of maybe a person sitting? Oh, here's a man in a chair. That would be an example of sitting. And I'm all finished with the word, so I'm going to cross it off, just like that. Keep going and fill in the rest of these 4 words we've got here. Next, we're going to look at something called sister sounds. S and Z are sister sounds because they sound very similar. The S sound and the Z sound Z are only different because the Z sound is much buzzier. Z. You can feel it in your throat right here Z. When you say the Z sound. When you say the S sound, you don't feel the buzz. I'm going to say some words and I want you to point to the letter of the sound that I'm talking about. So if it's the S sound, point to the S. If it's the Z sound, point to the Z. Are you ready? Let's get started. Sit. S. Zip. Z. Zoom. Z. Sell. S. Zach. Z. Sing. S. Zoo. Z. Sock. S. Last one, zone. Z. Good job. Give yourselves a little round of applause. Even if you mix them up, you're still doing great. Let's practice two more sister sounds. Here we have F and V. And they have the same difference. The V is a little buzzier than the F sound. When you hear, point to the F. When you hear V, point to the V. Are you ready? Let's go. Fit. F. That. V. Van. V. Fast. F. Fetch. F. Verb. V. View. V. Ball. F. Last one, box. F. Great work. Give yourselves another round of applause. And we're just going to look at two tricky words, and then we'll be all done for today. The first tricky word we're going to look at is this one right here. What is this tricky word? You might think, well, I says if and S says, but in this case, the S is going to say z, like a Z sound. Say it with me, is. Let's read a couple sentences. The apple is green. Is this true? Remember, what is this tricky word? That's right, is. What about this tricky word? If we sound it out, it says t, ah. But I've never heard that word before, so it must be something else. For this tricky word, the O is going to say ooh. T, ooh. Two. Say it with me, two. Now, this isn't the number two. This is two as in I am going to the park. Let's say these sentences. I am going to the park. Do you want to play tag? Great job. One last time, what's this tricky word? Two. Great work. Keep up the fantastic job. See you next time.